Hi guys, and welcome to this PLC tutorial. In this video, we will learn about holding and breaking contact. So let's begin. First, I will explain you about the breaking contact. And for that, we only require a normally open contact switch and an output. So I'm placing here a normally open contact first, and then I'm going to place an output. So this is an output, and we have successfully placed both of these. Now we have to make tags for that. So double click here on show all tags, and here we have to create the tags. So first input tag is a start button, and then we have a stop button, and then this is the output tag, and it is for the motor. For output tags, we use Q for the identifier. As you can see it from here, it is defined as I, so I'm defining here as Q, and then check this box. Tags are basically used to define the input and output addresses. For input identifier we use I, and for output identifier we use Q in Siemens PLC. And since now we are done with the tags, so I'm going into main again. So now let's assign the addresses. The normally open contact should be a start button, and this is the output, so I'm defining this as motor. Okay, now first we need to start the simulation. In my case it is already running, so I am just clicking on download the program, and after that we need to click on load button. Okay, and now we need to turn on the monitoring mode from here. As soon as we turn on the monitoring mode, we will see this window and this green line as well, which will indicate the power. So as soon as we activate the start push button, the output, which is the motor, is activated as well. And when we deactivate the start push button, the output, which is the motor, is deactivated as well. So there is no holding contact around here. When we press the start push button, the motor will get turned on. But as soon as we release the start push button, the motor will be turned off. So there is no holding contact. And now let's see the concept of holding contact as well. For that, I am going to click here go offline button in order to modify this circuit. Okay, and now select this vertical rung and then click on this parallel branch, and then I'm going to add here a normally open contact, and then I will close this branch as well. For that I am selecting this option. Okay, and then we would require a normally close contact here, and it will be acting as a breaking contact. Basically I will explain you how. And this normally open contact will have the same address as that of the output, which is the motor, and it will be acting as the holding contact, and it will not allow the motor to be turned off even we release the start push button. And for that we have the stop push button, which is the normally close contact. And since this normally close contact is acting like a stop push button, so I'm assigning a stop address to this. And now we need to start the simulation, which is already working. And now we are simply downloading this program. Click on load, and then simply turn on the monitoring mode from here. And now let's verify if the holding and breaking contacts are working as intended or not. So when we click on the start push button, the motor should get turned on, and it is turned on. Okay, now if we turn off the start push button, still the motor is running, and it is because the holding contact, which means that now the start push button will only be used to turn on the motor, and for turning off the motor we have the stop push button. When we activate the stop push button, as you can see it from here, the motor will get turned off. So this is basically the concept of holding and breaking contact. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.